Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. Such wonderful surprise. Sincerely, I was expecting news for next weekend, so I felt it was a birthday present for me. Today is my birthday, and I woke up really early so I could do um, this live and the next one in Spanish. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough time because I have to go out for brunch. I'm going to celebrate, and and I thought I would get up early and do this live. So I'm quite excited. Okay, so I made a lot of notes because there's a lot to cover. So I have a feeling this is going to be a really long live. Okay, so apparently the High Council of Taigueta um, have basically started to work. They are getting adjusted to their new role. So um, that is good news. All the former 24 council members have been arrested. There were some at the time we had our live. There were three that could not be found, but apparently all 24 have been found and they are arrested. Now, um, the interesting part is, I don't know if it's interesting, but it's going to be interesting in some ways to see the sentences they will receive. I find that to be a tricky subject. Myself, I feel it's a tricky subject. I feel I wouldn't have I don't think I would have the capacity to sentence these people or anyone for that matter. Mm, I don't know. So I hope Mary is able to tell us what's going to happen to them. She's kind of gave us a few ideas. Mm, because she says that Tagetans don't know quite how to manage high level criminals. I found that surprising, but at the same time, not. Um, she says that minor crimes they are sent to a rehabilitation resort. It's basically like a spiritual retreat, which, to be honest, it's like it's more of a price than a punishment. She says it's very mild, very Pleiadian. So she's making a joke there because Pleiadians are love and light. That's what the New Age says. And so in these spiritual retreats, they are guided and healed, which I think that would be the point, right? To heal these people because they are acting out of rage. There is something that's going on in their person, in their head, in their lives, soul. I don't know that it's making them be so malicious, so bad, just bad. Um, so do you want them healed? Uh, but I think that maybe, yeah, I don't, sincerely, I can't even. I've thought about this of how I would sentence these people, or how I would sentence anybody, and I find it difficult to come up with some strategies. Uh, I think I'll just leave it there. Mm, Now there is an option for the heavy crimes committed that they might be sent to a gulag. Now, Gulag is a forced labor camp from the Soviet Union. That's how it's known here. Uh, so I'm thinking labor, forced labor. Yeah, that might, I don't know, would it work? It's probably a Gulag over there. It's not the same as here. Which is this Gulag is in a different planet in Taygeta. It's the Taygetan planet. It's called like Dakote, Dakote in Spanish, Dakot, like Dakote. That's how I call it. And it's a frozen planet, so they might send them there, and the rest might be sent to Earth. Now, what are they going to do here on Earth? I'm sure they're not going to send them just to walk around the Earth. So I'm curious to know what's going to happen to the ones that are be sent down to Earth. I mean, who's going to take care of them? They're going to send them to where? To what group? To the Regressive Federation? Obviously not. But where? I don't know if she'll be able to tell us that. So that's very curious, to be honest. She says there are several cabal and high-class business tycoons that were discovered living and hiding in Temur, and these were arrested. Now, Jesus Christ. These are hideous, she says, Earth Cabal characters that we know, who supposedly have died in the last 5 to 6 years. And they were taken off planet, rejuvenated in a wet medical pod, and set free to enjoy life. Now, I remember the Taygetan saying that. They told us about that. We found it just incredible. I mean, we just couldn't believe it. Like, what? But before the disclosure, I've heard of this. And it was like, people like these types of things are kind of known in society, and they're just said from person to person. It's like a hush hush, or they are now sent to conspiracy theorists, and they're just, they're just brushed off. But yeah, I will hear about this, and I found that I just couldn't understand it in some way. Mm, but apparently, that's what they do now. There is. She told us about the person that likes to bite a fruit. Uh, just take one bite of a certain fruit. And I think we know what type of brand that is. Basically, it's a computer brand. And the only person that has passed away, that was in 2011. It was Mr. Jobs. I don't want to say the whole name and the name of the brand, because some things might happen to my channel. I don't know. But he died in 2011. Well, and then I asked this in the chat, and someone said to me, well, apparently he died. So I'm like, oh, right, of course. So well, maybe he didn't die in 2011, and only in the past. This is what I assume. I'm trying to figure this out. Because if it is Jobs, he didn't die in 2011. And then he probably was sent off planet in 5 to 6 years ago to Tamar. That might happen, right? Maybe he didn't die. He just hid somewhere, and then sent off. But Mary did say that characters that have died in the past 5 to 6 years. So to me, who else is there? Who else has died, passed away in relation to that fruit brand? And I thought, oh, I can't believe it's Jobs, because I'm thinking, That's kind of I like that brand. I have the computer from that brand, my phone, and I liked it. And I thought, oh, that just makes me feel like, oh, come on. Maybe it's because, to be honest, I've never felt something, very negative or horrible towards this person. To the others, ugh, it feels horrible, my feelings like, ugh. But to this person, not really, you know? So I'm thinking he started playing with the wrong people. Uh, they framed him, or he turned bad. But I don't think he was like bad from the beginning and horrible. I could be really wrong here, but I could be really wrong here. Um, so yeah, maybe I shouldn't say anything more. But that was, to me, that person was surprising, if it is that person, because I don't know who else it can be. I don't know how you feel about it. Um, but then again, when we look at all these big businesses, that have a name and they are everywhere. Now I realize that these businesses is not because they were excellent business people. No, it's because they use this business for their own agenda. So they were given, there weren't any obstacles put on them, which is what they do to little businesses. If you start a small business, it's really difficult to grow it. You have so many obstacles, and it's really hard, and you need the money. And then you have problems with the economy, especially what happens in the last 4 years. Many small businesses had to close, they couldn't keep up. And all the big businesses, they thrived. So all these big businesses, obviously, they are managed by cabal or the government for their own agendas. To be honest, that's true. So I'm thinking, well, it goes hand in hand. It's just a shame. It's just, oh my God. Okay. Now they are wanting to help with the sentences and how to take care of these high-level criminals. They are wanting to ask help to the Urma. Apparently, they have experience containing these evil spirits and entities. I had no idea about that. So they might be able to keep these people in the planet Dakote that are contained, she says here, contained at a physical level and soul spiritual level, helped by the Urma who have these type of experience. To me, I find difficult to talk about this. I don't know why. Mm, okay. Okay. Here she's talking about the apple, the fruit. Sometimes it just comes out, and I'm live, so it's like, yay. Um, Now, she talks about this person, about the fruit, related to the fruit, and she says that apparently, uh, so this person is aside, apart, and she says it's a he, so it's definitely a man, and he will only apparently was sent. He was the only one sent back to Earth. Okay, apparently he will be the only one sent back to Earth. So we might have only one of these people sent back to Earth. What's going to happen to him? I have no idea. Obviously, we're not going to see him back, and no one's going to see him. But how he got to Temer and why and who took him there, They are still investigating this. She says that high-level individuals on Earth stage their own death only to be taken off planet rejuvenated, which also solves their health issues, and they continue to enjoy lives without any consequences. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. The Tibetans were saying that. I found it appalling. Just appalling. Couldn't believe it. It's just, um, yeah, I think I'm just trying to contain myself because, you do something small here, like parking in the wrong place, and you get a ticket. It's like, you seriously. Once I was going over the speed limit, it was 50, and I was going at 53 kilometers per hour. Seriously. And I got a ticket. I was so angry. I was so angry because I said to them, seriously? Me? You're going to give me a ticket when you have pedophiles out there? Are you kidding me? They were not amused. Oh, no. It's just, oh. You see, that's why I shouldn't talk about this. Just, I can't handle it. Just give it to the Urmas. Let's change the subject. Okay. I made notes and I ran out of paper. So I had to buy more notebooks. Um, okay, so they, after further investigation, um, because they're asking themselves how many have managed to infiltrate into the Tibetan society with the help of the rotten High Council, you know. But the military is at work following the traces and leads to all of them. And after some research, it was found that this was indeed a coup d'etat in Tegeta some 7 to 8 years ago, so around 2018. Now, this was really sad to me. The previous 24 High Council members, Tegetans, 19 have been found dead. Oh, and they died throughout the last 6 to 7 years. And they've died typical how it happens here, apparently, well, by accidents. One of them drowned while the boat capsized. Another one fell off a tree while pruning it. And another one, a piece of roof fell on its head. So it's basically what happens here. When they want to take someone out, they apparently committed suicide or they died of a heart attack, which is what happened to for example, 3 months before the apparent bug, the the oh, the person who made the PCR, the inventor of the PCR, he died 3 months before of a heart attack. How convenient. He would always get annoyed, and there was a video going on YouTube where he would get so annoyed because he said PCR, it's not a diagnostic tool. He would just get so mad. He says, I'm so angry at these ridiculous scientists and journalists that they kept saying that they just don't understand anything. And it's not a diagnostic tool at all, and it isn't. And that's how they used the PCR throughout this time. Interesting, right? So what they do in Tegeta, apparently, they do here. Oh my God. I'm just thinking, because you're thinking to yourself, I'm in immersion, right? And I'm like, I want to get out of this place because these things happen. And now I'm I'm learning that these things happen also in my planet. Um, and I sometimes think that I came here to rest. When you start listening to all this and they take it and sit to us, it's more complex outside. Your lives are they're hard, but they are simple. And here it's just multi-level chess. It's so much more. And guess I am now understanding it. And as I compare, I find it that life here is very simple, harsh, horrible, short, but simple. And in that simplicity, I think that some people, maybe me, I find it that we can rest in some ways, take a breather. So I think we have multiple reasons for being here. Some of us, anyway. I don't know how you feel, but for me, I sometimes think, yeah, maybe I came here to have a rest. Yeah, it's just. All right. Now she talks about the UFO drones. Well, not the UFO drones, the drones, which are human made, human origin. Um, she says that there is um, you don't see it much now in the media. And apparently, that's the government that have instructed the media to stop giving much attention to the subject. She thinks that this is a maneuver from the government to gain even more credibility, to making people believe that these are ET um, in origin, that these drones are ET in origin. She does confirm to us that from as far as she is concerned, there hasn't been any increase in UFO drones on the Earth's atmosphere. So there's nothing new. So everything is just man-made, basically. And we did actually, even before Mary said anything to us, we realized that it was just everything. It's just make believe, and it's something they're doing to help with their agenda, whatever they have been planned. And of course, the alien invasion, which they're trying to make happen, I don't think they will be able to make it work, because we are going to start talking about the false um, alien invasions and the many ways they might be able to do this. So the more we talk about this and we tell people that there is a false alien invasion in the works, not to believe it, people will start, I think, to wake up, and at least they have a different point of view about it. So I think that it's not going to work for them. I'm not going to stop talking about it. Now, this is interesting, horribly interesting, to be honest. The toxic fog. I had no idea about this. Apparently, there's a toxic fog around the world that has appeared, that it's not fog, and it has a weird smell, a chemical smell. So if you encounter this type of smog and you find that it has a weird smell, because it usually has this a kind of, I don't know how to say it, high level of oxygens. I don't know, because I have smelled smog, and it's a typical smell of smog. I don't know if you have any experience with this, but I do, and I do know the smell of it. It's like, so if you find it that it's chemical in the smell, try not to smell it. Get away from it, because it is toxic. It has graphene in it. She doesn't want to use the word, but I think I can use it. It's in the leaded pencils, and it causes respiratory irritations. Um, Now, in the media, they say that this type of fog it's caused by the substances ejected from the volcanoes that are currently active right now around the world, which are how many? 42 volcanoes. But I think that she says that they are probably using these um, the substance from the volcano that actually do go around the world and use it as a mule to have these chemicals be carried around the world. And these chemicals differ depending on the agendas that they have. So the chemicals that are in these type of fogs uh, are the ones that you find in inside the chemtrails. I can say the word, so I'm sure I can. Let's hope I can. We'll find out soon. So the government might be using this natural material gases from the volcanoes to transport their chemicals around the world. How lovely. Now, the Tibetans did test these with their drones. They do send drones to test things down here, and they did find chemicals in it that are not natural. Typical. Okay, so they do advise caution. Just going to say a quick hello to everyone. How are you, Larry Garza? Thank you so much. How did you know? Thank you so much for your wishes. Good morning, Robert, Australia. 5:30 in Sydney. Yes, here it's 8 o'clock now. Thank you, Anjo. Thank you for your wishes. Appreciate it. Yes, Larry. Yes, the Urmas are helping to contain the spirit somehow. I would love to know how this is done. It's quite interesting. Liz, thank you, thank you for your wishes. Thank you very much. Robert, Australia, the apple. He says the apple, a female, had passed away in the last few years. Right. Okay, so that's a female. That's the thing, because Mary said he will be sent back. She used she used he. She didn't say that person, because that's when I thought it must be a male. So I rejected the female option. But that's good to know. Or maybe maybe she was it was a mistake somehow. We'll find out soon. I'm sure she's going to. Maybe some of them are going to. We should ask CIC. CIC is actually now answering some questions apparently in the chat. I had no idea. So maybe if we ask them, they might answer, because they might be able to answer that question. It's not a critical question. That will be good. I like that CIC. It's finding ways to able to communicate with us through the videos and now through the chats. And Mary, Mary's videos, when they're scheduled, there's a chat that you can chat with other starseeds, other people, and with CIC, the moderators. Sometimes I just cannot speak. Yeah. Hello, Chu. How are you? Welcome, Lula Star. Hello. How are you? Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Thank you. She says about the word gulag. I think they don't know about the forced labor. Yeah, I have a feeling they don't. But yeah, that's forced labor camp from the Soviet Union. That's the one we know anyway. I think it's just an installation in the snow in an area with extreme climate. Yes, it is. So I don't think they're going to, they're not going to be under forced labor. But it's something similar. Yeah, most definitely. Thank you for that. Okay, now the fog. Now, okay, so this was interesting news. Athena has left the Sarikleia on the 4th of January to look for Jashi Sophia. She left on her fighter craft starship, Susie Mark II, and she's on the hunt for Jashi Sophia. Apparently, Athena thinks she can find her through a she Mary explains here how it works. She says that a starship engine and its variable frequency generators emulate consciousness, as everything that exists is through its frequency and vibration. So, in theory, wherever Sophia may have gone with consciousness, an adequate starship can go there as well. Now, they found something which they didn't know that Sophia may have been using. It is an Arcturian built artificial portal. And to be honest, I think I know about this. I think I remember this. I remember the flower looking thing it uses because I've always been drawing a certain flower since I was very young. I always draw a flower over and over again. I don't know why, and I just love drawing it. And I kind of go into a trance when I grow it, when I draw it, and then I look at it, and I don't know. So I might know about this. Maybe I remember it in a subconscious level, but I know about this. And she says that it is an Arcturian built artifact, artificial portal. She says that it's a golf ball sized sphere that opens into something resembling a flower and when activated. So I think it's the flower that I used to draw. This little machine has a 0 point reactor at its center, surrounded by several layers of onion like superconductor material and a layer of more in relationship with, and this is my writing. Um, in layers, more in relationship with one another. Okay, so these layers in relationship with one another causes the generator to produce a different frequency, controlled by a miniature, everything's miniature, computer with a hologram interface. And when open, the flower shape is really a dish antenna that projects a generated frequency about a 1.5 meter away from the user. The user has the frequency map of where she or he wants to go, programmed into the memory of the little machine. Had to write at the back of my book. And when activated, it produces a small portal strong enough to transfer a single person to the chosen location. That's fantastic. I wish I had that one. It is a little dangerous though, because it has been proven to be unreliable. And the accidents that can happen, malfunction, is that one half of you will be sent to one place and the other half of you somewhere else. So instant death, obviously. So that's one of their malfunctions. So the Gatans really don't use it because it is unreliable. So Sophia does have a lot of explaining to do when she comes back. She's very, Sophia, she is very like a rebel, isn't she? I like her. I understand her, to be honest. Oh, and Mary says that all portals and starship engines leave a frequency wake, which can be used to calculate where it has jumped to. So Athena is counting on this to look for Sophia. Okay, so Sophia and Jassy is the same person. She just has two names, by the way, in case you're new here. I have to remember that there might be new people coming on, mostly because of Gosha's new channel. So I think we might have new people coming in after her channel starts taking traction. So I'm just getting ready for them. They might watch this in the future. I don't know, just in case. I'm just trying to do my bit here to help. I don't have the patience, but I do my best. Okay, so hopefully Athena will be back soon. It's good to know when she left, January the 4th, because these types of missions are a bit difficult and tricky to calculate, and to calculate how long it can take. So hopefully it's not going to take 20 years, so we have to keep an eye on that. Let's hope they come back soon, safe and sound. So that's it. Oh, so that wasn't too long. That's half an hour. That's amazing. So, so that was great. A great surprise. I was expecting news next weekend because usually news come on the weekend. So this is for me. I'm going to take it as my birthday present because I love news. So I'll take it as my birthday present. I have to, each of us have to make our lives fun and wonderful. So I do it this way. It might not be true, it might not be a present, but I'll take it as one. um, so, all in all, in regards to the criminals, high level criminals that they have at the moment arrested, how they're going to take care of them, I have no idea. I can't seem to speculate more or have any ideas of how this can be done. She did explain it thoroughly, as much as she could. The URMA will help, and they would find ways to contain these souls and, I think, in one way or another, heal them. If that's possible. Is it possible? I'm sure it is. Right? How? No idea. No idea. So we might have some more information from the ULMA or from Mary in regards to how this will be done. So it would be interesting to find out. Tricky. And apparently only one person will be sent back to Earth, and that's the person who likes the fruit. Likes the fruit or is from the fruit. And the only person I'm thinking is Jobs, but he died in 2011. So which one is it? And she did say it's a he. Maybe she was wrong, made a mistake, and it is a she, because Robert says that a female died recently from the fruit. So we'll see. And yes, careful with the fog. If you smell anything fishy, run away. Do not inhale it. Also, if you see any type of weird structures on the ground or in the air, like spider webs, black, don't touch it. Walk away. Maybe have the coordinates. I don't know where this is, and tell other people to stay away from it. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't inhale it, and I I would run away, like literally away from it. Try to not be physically close to it at all. So be careful with that. I have not seen anything like that around me. Maybe I haven't paid attention enough, but I haven't seen it. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but these black spiderweb lines type structures, I haven't seen it. And I hope I never see them, in all honesty. Lula Star says, Jassy must be able to control the frequency harmonics of the portal. Probably, yeah, mentally. And that is why she must like to use it without experiencing accidents. That could be a way, yeah. She maybe that's why she's able to use it and she's comfortable using it. Yeah, I never thought of that. You're right. That could be interesting. No, thank you for that. That's a good idea. Robert says, I think Jassy had gone to find the deeper infiltrators. Maybe, yeah, maybe she did. And maybe she did help somehow. Lula Star says, tell the truth. You don't want a Wednesday. It's so true. I don't want a Wednesday video for my birthday. That was hilarious. It's so true. I do not like the Wednesday videos. They're very useful. It's true. They're very useful, but they are a for us, older star seeds that have been following the disclosure for a while. It's like repetition, and we want news. So, it's true. That was so funny. Thanks for that. That was hilarious. It's good because yeah, it is Wednesday. Yeah, no Wednesday video. Yeah, it's Wednesday here, the 8th. That's hilarious. Oh, I'm so glad I got the news videos. See, it is a present for me. I'm sure of it. Andrew says, isn't it Jeffrey Epstein? Really? Oh my gosh. Some people were saying it was him. He was awful. I have no idea. Oh my God, let's hope he's not the one being sent back to Earth. Oh my God, no, please keep him in the Dakota planet. Oh gosh, yeah. Let the Urma deal with that one. For somehow I can deal with Jobs being down here, but him? Oh God. I don't know much about him, but from the little things I know, kind of revolting. Oh, I hope it's not him. Yeah, please don't. If you are watching, anyone's watching this who is in charge of this, yeah, don't send them back here. Oh no, keep him there in Dakota. Give it to the Urmas. Oh God. Ugh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave it at that because I have to do a live now in Spanish before I go. Um, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your birthday wishes. Thank you for that joke, Lula. Good one. That was funny. I'm going to enjoy that joke the whole day. Thank you. Oh my God, that's another option. Maybe Henry Kissinger. I'm going to have to look up these names, but I'm not going to do it today on my birthday. They must be horrible people. I'm not sure who that person is. Thank God. Yeah. Okay, let's stop. I'm going to stop talking about these horrible people. Let's leave it for another day. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Oh, and I want to say a thank you for CIC for your videos. Thank you to Mary for the surprise news video. I really appreciate it. It's a wonderful birthday present. Um, Thank you for everyone, and my love to the Sari Claire crew. That I hope you are doing well. I hope you are healing. I hope you are uh, relaxing a little bit. And we love you very much. I love you very much. I'm gonna stop now, or else I'll start crying. Um, and I hope they find Sophia soon. Uh, yeah. So my love to you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And thank you for accompanying me today, especially on my birthday. So I love you very much. And I'll see you on the next live. Bye bye.